This is an introduction to the standard deviation express trading method. Very simply, I take a linear regression curve, which is a TradeStation tool right over here, and I add to it two items. The first thing I add is 21 bars in length, and the second thing I add to it is two standard deviations of calculation. How these are arrived at is very simple, but I will not get into that right now. I simply want to give you an overview of how this works. When the standard deviation, the middle line over here, is called the linear regression line. I've marked the linear regression line. You don't need to know anything more than its name. How it's calculated is irrelevant. The next item that we need to be concerned with is the standard deviation channels. There are two. There is an upper standard deviation, which is this one, and a lower standard deviation, which is this one underneath. But the point is, there are two of them, and they form the channels. That's all you need to know for now. The basic principle is that when the price action crosses this horizontal line right there, we enter the trade to the upside, signaling a breakout to the upside. And we stay in the trade until the train, as I call it, stops again. And the stop means that it is actually horizontal as it is there, like that, okay? And we only get out of the position if there is a break to this side or a break to that side. And in this case, whilst there's a break to this side, it needs to be two lower closes, and this is not the case. It eventually goes to the higher side, so we stay in the trade again until we are next in line to a horizontal point, which is again here. To this time, we don't break to the upside, we break to the downside, so we exit the trade and go short, and we write it down, and the next time we come horizontal is here, but it doesn't break to the upside, it breaks only to the downside, and we continue all the way down to here, and we exit and go long, and actually ride the train all the way up to the top there as a long trade. So essentially, we've caught these moves over here. Number one, we caught this move, and I will show you them now. Here is a picture of the absolute movements that we have seen as a result of the system at work. We enter a trade over here at the break, as you will see. So we enter the trade in over here, and because that's a break, and we carry it all the way to the top, and the next time we have a break is over here to the downside. So we reverse the position, go all the way down to here, and the next time we have a break is over here to the upside, and we don't get another break until, to the downside that is, until over here. So basically in this movement, we've caught three amazing and absolutely perfect times. Here they are. 1, 2, and 3. These are the 4 movements that we caught. Now I'm going to look at them in detail. But the general idea is that every time the standard deviation channel, or I call it the SD Express, like a train, every time a extended line is broken, and again I will extend the line, every time that line is broken to the upside, we look to exit at the next down, and the next time we have a break to the downside is this side over here, and then once we enter to the short, we go in, and none of these areas here is there break to the short ever on a horizontal. We can only break on the horizontal, and it only all the way till down here do we get that break to the upside, and all the way up here do we get a break to the downside. a pretty amazing system. I'm going to go into it in more detail right now.